Understanding this one concept could change everything. So don't get distracted. Keep fully engaged. What's happening, Achievers? Ajit Sidhu here from Invincible Achievers. Now, this information that I'm going to share is something that we need to understand fully to be able to influence others and ourselves. Now, I'm going to start off with a story so we understand this concept. Imagine you have been at work, you're tired, you come home, it's dark outside, it started to drizzle slightly, so you want to get inside the house. You put the key into your lock, you turn the lock, it opens, the door opens, the lights are off, you go into your kitchen. As you walk into the kitchen, you switch on the light and you turn, and there's a man standing there looking into your fridge. You don't know who this man is. Your heart starts to race. You step back. The man stands up. He looks directly at you. You're ready to scream. But then all of a sudden, your partner comes around the corner and says, "Oh, hi, this is my friend from university," and puts their arm around their friend. Now, in these circumstances, just going through that story, when you walked into your kitchen, you saw the man standing there. The first thing that was triggered off was the fight or flight syndrome inside of us. Now, that emotion that is produced, that is triggered off from our right side of our brain, because emotions is the right side of our brain. And that's what we have to understand. The first thing that's always triggered off is our right side of our brain. Then, once we understand the situation, then logic comes to play. Logic. Why is this person here? Oh, he's my partner's friend. He is coming here to visit, but why is he in my fridge looking for my food? Logic. Then the left brain activates. Once we know which side of the brains activate first, we can understand how achievement happens, how and why people do things. Now, understanding that the right side creates emotions. Right side is where our emotion for things that we want come from. So, for instance, if we want to say, for instance, here's another example. Say if you need to lose weight. Now, need is a logical process, which is the left side. So you need to lose weight. You've gained a bit of weight, and you think, wow, I need to lose this extra pounds that I'm carrying on me. But why don't you do it? It's because that's the left side of our brain that's activated. That's the logic side. What overrides the logic is our right side, emotion. Our emotion that we feel when we're eating chocolates, when we're having the junk, when we're sitting and relaxing. The right side overtakes the left. Our want overtakes our need. That's the reason why we purchase what we purchase. This is the reason why we do what we do, because our wants override our needs. People need to stop smoking, but people want the feeling of whatever smoking gives people, the relaxation feeling. People need to eat healthy, but the want of the chocolate cake makes it feel, the emotions that people feel when they have the chocolate overrides it. So how can we do what we need to do? The only way to do that is by creating emotion to the things that you need to do. Now, there's a story about this gentleman who wanted to quit smoking. He was a smoker. He wanted to quit smoking, and he knew it was bad for his health, but the want for the relaxation or the nicotine that comes from the cigarettes overrode the need. So he sat one day in his living room with his cigarette, and he looked over to the door where his 4-year-old daughter was standing there, boiling down, crying. And he got up and he ran over to her and said, "What is wrong? What's happened?" And she said, "You're going to die." And the father said, what? What do you mean I'm going to die? She said, you're smoking. You're going to die, Daddy. You're going to die. The father said, oh, sweetheart, I'm not going to die. And she said, yes, you are. And all I wanted was for you to be at my wedding. Now, the need to stop smoking became an emotional stance for this person. He stopped smoking that day because of the emotion that was created, emotion which was the right side. Now, all of a sudden, he wanted to, the want to stop smoking for his daughter so he could be there at her wedding. That's the same thing that we have to understand. So when we want something, there's a want to do something, we have to assess, is it good for us, that want? Or is there a need that we should be fulfilling? And if there is a need, like stop drinking Coke, for instance, there's a need to start drinking healthy water, stack it up. I mentioned stack up the cool. Stack up the coolness of actually drinking water and gain a massive emotion with what the outcome is going to be for you when you start drinking water. What is the outcome? What emotions, what feelings are you going to have when you are healthy, when you are living the life of your dreams? What emotions are you going to feel when you achieve the goal that you have set out to achieve, to make the money that you want to make, to be the parent that you want to become? Now, everyone needs to be a better parent, but there's always that want of going out and having drinks with your partners and your friends. But then there's always that assessment. There's now. Let me just quickly rephrase. There is that you do need to take care of yourself when it comes to parenting. When it comes to socializing, you need to take care of yourself. There is that need. Take care of yourself, because you cannot influence, change the world, help others if you can't take care of yourself. I know that from personal experience. I need to be able to take care of myself first. My need is to be able to be emotionally sound, to a peak state, energized before I enter my workplace, before I meet anyone. Because if I'm in a mood, if I've had some less sleep, for instance, or ate something that I shouldn't have, or someone annoyed me whilst I was driving and my state is poor, and I get to work and I walk in and I'm leading my team, what kind of leader am I going to be if I started off really low? The energy that I'm going to transfer over is not going to be great. So the need to take care of yourself is always the number one priority. Exercise, drink water, meditate, take some time for yourself. Once you feel the love inside of yourself, loving yourself first, then you can radiate that love to others. Then you can influence the people around you. You can become the better person. Now, going back to the example of everyone needing something and wanting something, the need and want is a huge thing that if we actually understand that the need and the want are actually here, and what we want overrides what we need, then we get exactly what we want. And we've got exactly what we want. If we're pissing and moaning about the fact that we do not have money, the need for money has been overridden by the want of something else. If we're complaining about the extra weight that we've got, we need to lose weight, the want for something else has overridden the need to be healthy. That's something that we have to assess ourselves. And if we are fully aware of this need and want, then we're able to start breaking down this code and finding the way out of this maze that was created in our mind. The maze that's created. Once we know this as a roadmap, that we just have to put so much emotion into what we need, then all of a sudden that need becomes a want. Just like that guy who was smoking, just like anyone who needs to lose weight, all of a sudden if the doctor says you're about to die if you do not walk, if you do not lose that weight, all of a sudden that person wants to live. And if he wants to live, then they will do it. So how do we achieve this? We just start off with the outcome, the end result. Now, if we start off with the end result logically, oh, I would like to have this outcome. I would like to start this business and have this business become a success. That's logic. You're still using your left side of your brain. But if you close your eyes and visualize the end result and see yourself in the situation, the feelings that you have when you've achieved that goal, actually putting yourself in the scenario, feeling the emotions that you would feel like it's happening right now, all of a sudden the need transfers over to the right side of the brain, from the left to the right. Logic disappears, and now all of a sudden through visualization, which the right side is creativity, you are triggering off a secret that's laid dormant in your mind. You're triggering off the wants. You want the outcome with emotion. I hope this really helps, because this is a huge secret to any achievement that you want to achieve. This is also a huge secret to influence people, because if you need to influence your children, your colleagues, anyone, you need to figure out what the outcome is first, and then build a connection with them. Connection is the right side. Oxytocins are released. The connection. The only way you're going to build that connection is figuring out what do they want. Then take them over what they need. This is also the reason why in marketing they have six-pack abs in 1 minute, because everybody wants that. Nobody wants to have, listen guys, you got to eat really healthy, you got to drink, you got to drink water, you got to be really strict with your diet, you got to exercise in a strategic way, which is raising your heart level to a point where you're losing weight and maximizing calories that are taken up. That is boring to people. That's logic. People don't want that. People want the 6-minute abs in 1 minute, and then when they purchase the course, then they start saying, well, now you got it, now this is what you need to do. That's how it works. That's how marketing works. But that's how life works. This is how we connect with people. This is how we connect with ourselves. Start off with the right side of your brain. Connect to the right side of your brain through emotions, so you get the wants. Then it goes to logic, which is the left side of the brain, which is the needs. The needs is what changes everything, but the needs you want to transfer over to wants by visualization, by going to the outcome, seeing as it's already happened. See it like you've achieved everything. They always say that when you're setting goals in January for the whole year, there's 98% you're going to fail on it. You're not going to achieve it unless you jump to the future, to December the 31st of that year, and look back and feel the emotions of actually achieving all of the goals and what they feel like. Then when you jump back by opening your eyes, you jump back to the present. Then the emotions has transferred the need into a want, and you start walking the path, and you can start taking action there and then, because action is the mother of all skill. Taking action is the mother of all skill. You will not achieve anything if you're not taking action. If you're just reading, you're broken into a cycle. You're stuck in a cycle over and over again. If you're doing courses, same course over and over again, by all means, I've done courses. I've done a certain course by 4 different people just because I want to know all the information, but I'm just not doing the courses. I'm actually taking action every single day. This is the key, guys. This is the secret. This is the secret sauce. Go out and achieve what you need to achieve. Go out and influence your family. Go out and influence your children and your colleagues. Go lead. Be the leader that you guys are. You all are. And just keep spreading the love. Keep adding value to people's lives. And just remember, we're one idea away from changing the future. And just guys, remember, if you did like this, hit share, like it, subscribe, follow, and keep learning. Because like I said, we're just one idea away. And this idea is huge. Take care. Bye.